Welcome back. My name is Dave, and this is Makiro Siding, my N-Scale layout. Today we're going to take a look at a model that I've started of the Anglican Church in Espanola. This is just to show you a proof of concept of the model itself, and then once I've got everything figured out here, and I've already seeing some problems with what I've already built here, so I'm going to be going back and editing some of those files. So let's get a good look at St. George's Church, and we'll talk about how this has gone so far. So there's St. George's. And I'm just going to check the cameras here. Yeah, I think we're going to stay with that image. So this is the HO scale building. That's the footprint of the building in HO. And the reason I'm doing two is because the footprint in N scale is 54% smaller. I'll just show you them one against each other. So I knew that when I started this, that this one, the small one, will be great on the layout, but not so great as something to give to somebody in a thank you gift. And I'm going to learn all my problems on this size, and then we will take those solutions and put them on here. Now there's some things that are going to be done a lot differently, but and one of them is probably going to be the windows. So here we have a section of some, this is 1/16 plywood, and I've laser cut all of the shapes of the windows out so I know that they fit perfectly in here like this. And these will go on different parts of the church. So what are we going to do is we're going to put the foundation wall around the bottom of the church. Now, before I go and do this, I've already decided that this piece of the MDF that I'm using here for these dark foundation walls is too thick. It's way too thick. I took, I'll take this here. So I'm just going to use this for an example. This is, in HO scale, it's 1 foot thick, which is way too big for the building. So we're going to make all of the foundations out of, and I'm looking at this. Sorry, I'm just this is about 8 inches thick, this plywood, and this is not 1/16. This is we're just measured here inches. It's 0.111 of an inch. The plywood that I've been using to build this structure is 0.06 of an inch. So I think I'm either going to continue to use this thickness and put it around the outside of the building. One of the reasons I've got to change the thickness is because, I'll just turn this around so you can see it. On this side of the building, there's a little sort of lean-to. if I were to take the stuff I've got right now and put it on here, there's no room for a door. If I take the thinner stuff, there's lots of room for a door on that end. But I'm since I've cut it all out, I'm going to I will glue everything in place. So let's get started here. So I am using Eileen's tacky glue. Now, one of the reasons I did this was you have to allow for the thickness of the material when you are, so that something can butt up something else against something else. So here we go. So this might seem like a waste to some of you. Why not go back and just cut everything and do it again? Well, this was a learning experience about the building itself. So and I'll take the lessons I've learned here and apply them to the finished HO building. So we're just going to tape this material here. And now we'll flip it on its back and take this off. The nice thing about the the nice thing about the doing this test building is for each one of these pieces that you see me gluing on here, they're numbered, and I for each one of these foundation walls, I numbered them and gave them gave them their own file, so I can easily come back and just resize them to mate the thinness of the new material that I'm going to use to go around the outside. I'm still waiting on the texture sheets that will go on these pieces that I'm gluing on here. And it's little things like I've been rounding up or rounding down with some of the measurements and using my caliper, and like I can feel right here that it is right for this length, but it is short by the thickness of a fingernail. So, all right. So now we will turn it over again. It should sit up nicely. Yeah, it does. And gotta make sure you get it right so it's in the right orientation for the wall. And I've been working on trying to find some railings for this thing. I've been able to find some pictures online of the railings that are very, very close to what the church has on its front entrance. Flip this up. And I'm just using dollar store tape. To hold these pieces in place until the glue actually sets up. Oh, yeah. So yeah, didn't put any tape on there, and I should have. And again, I've got two sizes of these. I bought a 3-pack, which was a much bigger bottles, but double the size. And instead of always hunting for one, I have one at the workstation where I do the intros for the videos. I have one on this this workbench, and then on a trolley that's right inside the area of the layout. I've got another bottle. Instead of chasing after them, because my age I keep losing things, and it's annoying. It's annoying. Same is true of, I'll show you here in a sec. So, okay, so that is everything glued in place. Just to show you how many, this is how many tries it has taken to get this basic shape. The way that, especially here, where the way that this roof goes in, it was a bit of a pain in the derriere. And so there's nothing left to do on this building. Now I've got it in place. I'm going to recut the stairs again. But again, proof of concept. And things like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, there it is. Well, there's, this window will go here, just like that. There's a circular window up here. There's trim that goes across here and across the door. And so I think it'll be a neat little building. It's not going to be the prettiest thing, but my wife thinks I should give it to them along with the finished one, just so they can have something they can play with. I'm not really keen on giving them this, because it's got the laser cutter burns through this stuff, and there's black fingerprints all over this thing from doing that. So there we go. So that's essentially what I've done for the last 2 days. And now comes the time when the work really starts. And things get fixed. For instance, there's a good overhang here, and there's supposed to be. But there also should be a good overhang over here. So I'm going to have to lengthen these so that they stick out a little bit further. And the same is true with these ones here. They should be sticking out more than they are. This is this must be a door that goes to the basement from the outside, and this needs to be. This is the part that's making me have to change what I have in mind for the building itself. The other thing that this is going to allow me to do is I'm going to be able to take some of this, and probably a piece like this, and maybe this. I may even do it on here. I have to test what I want to do for this building is white stucco with black trim down here all the way around. I believe the roof is a sort of light tan, light brown. So I'm going to be testing different paints, different texture pastes to see what I can get, what I can do, and we'll see how it goes. Like right now, it's the railing that's driving me nuts. I've got it in my graphics program, and I've got the straight part of the railing made, and then we need to have the railing that goes down. And right now, I don't know how I'm going to print this. I'm thinking that if I save it as a vector, I'm going to have to check with Bamboo Labs and Elegoo printer settings to see which one will accept an SVG as an import, because I'm finding it really difficult to. There's so many different file formats being used here that it's like I say, it's difficult to get things the way you want. And right now, like in HO, this is a manageable stair railing. In N-scale, this is going to be almost non-existent. And what I'm probably going to have to do in N-scale is find a I have on some of my industrial buildings, I have a brass N-scale railings on stairs. I'm going to have to go through my brass bucket and see what's there, and then if I don't have them in the right size for HO, if I can't print them in HO, then I'll probably have to hand make them. And in N-scale, I'll definitely be using brass, because it's just I tried already to cut the railings, and all I get was nothing. Really, it just fell apart. So let's go back over to the main desk. And we'll go back to 1. So, as you know, at the end of all my videos, I tell you to take care of yourself and take care of your family. And right now, our family is going through a tough time. My wife's brother is very, very ill, and she has gone out to Edmonton, which is on the other side of Canada from here, and to be with him. And my wife's sister is flying out. My wife drove all the way just because, well, there was the WestJet strike, and then there wasn't the WestJet strike, and then there was the price of the tickets was horrendous. You would think you'd be able to fly in your own country for a reasonable price, but it just didn't work out, so she decided she'd drive. She is presently probably in Alberta. She will be in, she has said on in a text that she thinks she's about 4 hours away from Edmonton. So I'm going to repeat myself and say it again. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Really, take care of your family. And I'll see you next week with a new video, which will be the church as it's going to be for finishing it. The windows will be cut out and everything else will be done. I'm gonna try and keep myself busy while my wife is out there and facing these problems we're having with our family. So thank you for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week with probably a partial church. It won't be a complete church because it's going to take me quite some time to do each. I'm going to be doing each side of the building completely separately, and then attaching it to the base, and then measuring the next side, and putting the doors and windows in, and then changing the, so we have all of the right fitting. Everything fits together nice and clean and neat. So bye for now.